Welcome to Hero Villains. What do you think? Superman, the Man of Steel, versus Jiren the Grey, the strongest warrior of the Pride Troopers, determining the winner in a battle between Superman, the eternal symbol of hope and protector of Earth, and Jiren, the silent warrior whose power surpasses even the gods from Universe 11, is one of the most fascinating and difficult debates imaginable. Both are far more than simply powerful individuals. They represent the pinnacle of power within two completely different cosmic systems. On one side stands Kal-El of Krypton, an alien raised as a human, drawing his power from sunlight and an indomitable will. On the other stands Jiren, an organic being who surpassed his own limits and even the gods through personal tragedy and absolute discipline. Simply comparing lifting strength or combat speed is not enough. The outcome of this confrontation depends on the nature of their powers, their psychological limitations, and the way their energy sources interact in a ruthless battle. In short, let us begin this challenging journey of analysis. First, Superman, the Man of Steel. As mentioned, Superman is inherently one of the most powerful superheroes, not only in the DC universe, but also a symbol of the entire concept of what a superhero is. His power comes not only from Kryptonian biology under a yellow sun, but also from the upbringing provided by Jonathan and Martha Kent, who gave him an unshakable moral compass. It is this combination of nearly limitless power and indomitable will, guided by a pure heart, that has made Superman the true Man of Steel. To understand Superman, we must look at his constant evolution over the decades, from a city protector to a cosmic force. At the most fundamental level, Superman possesses a set of physical abilities that appear to have no true limits. His strength has been demonstrated by lifting the entire Earth, moving planets from their orbits, and delivering punches capable of shattering reality itself. His speed allows him to fly many times faster than light, react within moments smaller than a nanosecond, and even travel through time through pure physical power alone. His durability is legendary. He has survived supernova explosions, flown through stars, and endured attacks from cosmic entities such as Darkseid and Anti-Monitor. His heat vision can reach the Planck temperature, theoretically the hottest point in the universe, and his freezing breath can reduce objects to absolute zero. But raw power is only part of the story. Unlike many other heroes, Superman's power is not fixed. It continuously grows as he absorbs more solar radiation and, more importantly, when circumstances demand that he becomes stronger. Among fans, there is a concept known as the power of hope. The idea that the more Superman believes in justice and fights for others, the stronger he becomes. For a landmark comparison, consider one of Superman's greatest feats: confronting and defeating World Forger, a high-level cosmic entity capable of creating entire multiverses. During the events of Dark Knights, Death Metal, and related stories, Superman was imprisoned within a hellish reality where he was deprived of sunlight and tortured for years. However, once freed and launched directly through countless suns to recharge his energy, he reached an unprecedented state of power. With a single punch, Superman shattered World Forger's armor and defeated a being responsible for creating countless realities. This demonstrates that, at the peak of his power, Superman is not merely a planetary or even universal hero. He is a threat to the very architects of the multiverse. Another important feat is Superman's connection to the very concept of the superhero. During the battle against Mandrak, an entity regarded as the destroyer of all stories, Superman was protected by the Thought Robot. Superman's very nature, his story itself, became a weapon. He represents the triumph of good over evil, a constant woven into the fabric of DC reality. This presents a profound philosophical idea. Superman is not only physically powerful, his existence serves as an anchor point for reality itself. On a deeper level, Superman possesses an ability that many people overlook: superintelligence and analytical capability. His Kryptonian brain, enhanced by yellow sunlight, processes information faster than any supercomputer. He can read thousands of books within seconds, analyze complex combat situations with absolute precision, and identify weaknesses in an opponent's strategy almost instantly. Combined with microscopic vision and X-ray vision, virtually nothing can remain hidden from him. This ability, often overlooked, is a crucial reason why Superman is a complete warrior rather than merely a powerhouse. Therefore, Superman is not simply a man with extraordinary strength. He is the pinnacle of Kryptonian evolution, the living symbol of hope and a paradox, a being with the power to rule over everything who instead chooses to serve everyone. I sincerely hope you will subscribe to the channel. It would help us tremendously, and you are absolutely amazing. Thank you very much. Next, let us talk about Jiren the Grey, the strongest warrior of Universe 11. As mentioned earlier, Jiren is a warrior whose power surpasses even the god of destruction of his own universe. Jiren's existence is a testament to absolute willpower and discipline, a man who overcame profound personal tragedy to reach a level of power that even the angels acknowledge. He is not a mythical being or an alien blessed with extraordinary gifts. He is a mortal who climbed to the pinnacle of creation through pure effort alone. This gives Jiren's power a completely different nature from that of Superman. Jiren's power in Dragon Ball Super is built upon Ki, the life energy possessed by all living beings. However, Jiren has refined his ki to such an extent that it has become an unbelievable weapon. His first appearance in the Tournament of Power established an entirely new standard. He effortlessly defeated Goku in his Super Saiyan Blue form, a state previously considered the pinnacle of power. With nothing more than a glance, he stopped every attack, not through technique, but through absolute raw power. His energy aura was so dense that his opponent's attacks simply vanished upon contact with it. In terms of physical strength, Jiren has demonstrated feats that go far beyond all conventional limits. He punched through space and time themselves. During his battle with Goku, their clashes shook the entire world of Void, an infinite dimension that lacks the concepts of space and time. Shaking a place where there is nothing to shake is a conceptual feat, suggesting that Jiren's power transcends the very laws of physics. His speed is equally astonishing. He can move while time itself is frozen, an ability that even the highest level warriors struggle to achieve. He is not merely fast. He can overwhelm the flow of time itself through sheer power. However, Jiren's true strength is not found in numbers, but in the nature of his power. Jiren reached a state where his strength surpassed that of a god of destruction. In the Dragon Ball universe, gods of destruction such as Beerus are beings tasked with destroying planets, races, and even entire realities to maintain balance. They are gods in the truest sense of the word, and their power is absolute within their universes. When Whis, the angel who serves Beerus, openly stated that Jiren had reached and even surpassed the level of a god of destruction, it carried tremendous significance. It meant that Jiren possessed offensive and defensive capabilities comparable to beings with the authority to destroy entire universes. Jiren's greatest showcase came during the Tournament of Power. There, he faced Goku in the state known as Perfect Ultra Instinct, a technique used by the angels themselves that allows the body to react automatically without conscious thought. This is considered the absolute pinnacle of combat within the Dragon Ball universe. In this state, Goku became a perfect fighting machine, evading every attack and countering with divine precision. Yet Jiren did not merely resist Ultra Instinct. At certain moments, he overwhelmed it through raw power alone. When Jiren's fury erupted, his power increased to such an extent that he began to overpower even Goku's technical perfection. This demonstrates a fundamental truth. Jiren's strength surpasses even the combat principles established by the highest divine beings. He does not play by their rules. He breaks them. Jiren's greatest strength and greatest potential weakness is his philosophy of absolute solitude. He believes that true power comes only from within and that attachment to others is a weakness. The tragedy of losing his family and master at the hands of an evil force forged this belief. It was this almost obsessive focus on personal strength that carried him to the summit of power. However, during the final battle, it was only when he began to trust and fight alongside his comrades that his power was truly unleashed to its fullest extent. This suggests that Jiren still possesses enormous untapped potential, a dimension of himself that he has only begun to explore. His defensive abilities also function as a psychological shield. He can meditate and generate an energy barrier so solid that even the strongest attacks cannot penetrate it, a reflection of the wall of isolation he built around his own heart. As you can see, Jiren is not merely a powerful warrior, he is a paradox, a mortal with the power of a god. A lonely heart yearning for connection, and the embodiment of a will capable of surpassing every limit. Now that we have clearly established the nature and greatest feats of both warriors, we enter the core of this matchup. In terms of raw destructive power and speed, this is one of the closest contests imaginable. At their standard levels, Jiren holds a clear advantage. What he demonstrated in Dragon Ball Super was absolute domination. An ordinary Superman, who regularly struggles against enemies such as Doomsday or powerful versions of Darkseid, would be immediately overwhelmed by Jiren's speed and strength. Jiren's punches that shook the world of Void represent a level of power that Superman usually reaches only under the most extreme circumstances. Likewise, Jiren's ability to move while time is frozen suggests a level of speed that surpasses the conventional physical limits Superman has typically encountered. However, Superman possesses a secret weapon, his limitless potential. As mentioned earlier, Superman's power has no true upper limit. When facing a threat such as Jiren, a warrior whose strength surpasses that of a god of destruction, Superman's survival instincts and protective will would be pushed to their absolute maximum. We have seen him absorb energy from thousands of suns, destroy the armor of World Forger, and embody the very concept of the superhero itself. In a prolonged battle where the lives of billions are at stake, Superman would continue evolving and growing stronger. The question becomes this: can Jiren finish Superman quickly enough before he reaches a level of power capable of matching or even surpassing Jiren? This is an extremely important tactical gamble. Jiren has a habit of allowing opponents to reach their strongest state before defeating them, a form of pride that could prove costly against Superman. Now, when it comes to defense and endurance, the battle is equally competitive. Jiren possesses an incredibly dense natural ki barrier. It does not merely block attacks, it causes them to disintegrate. Superman also possesses his bioelectric aura, an invisible energy field that protects both him and his suit from damage. Both warriors have demonstrated the ability to survive explosions on a universal scale. The difference lies in the nature of their defenses. Jiren's barrier is a manifestation of willpower, a psychological wall. If his resolve wavers, the barrier could weaken. Superman's endurance is tied to solar energy. If the battle drags on for too long or takes place in an environment without a yellow sun, Superman would gradually lose energy, while Jiren appears to have no clearly defined energy limit as long as his will remains unbroken. This gives Jiren a strategic advantage. At the same time, Superman is a seasoned veteran with decades of experience fighting every kind of enemy imaginable, from monsters to technological villains, from sorcerers to cosmic gods. He possesses super intelligence, allowing him to rapidly analyze and adapt to an opponent's fighting style. Jiren, on the other hand, is a warrior whose simplicity has been perfected. His techniques are not flashy. They are the ultimate refinement of strength and speed. He does not rely on complex tactics because he is simply stronger than almost everyone he faces. Yet this simplicity may become a weakness against an opponent with Superman's analytical and adaptive abilities. Superman would likely avoid matching strength against strength. Instead, he could utilize his speed, heat vision, freezing breath, and the surrounding environment to create layered attacks aimed at Jiren's psychological weaknesses. Through his microscopic vision and analytical capabilities, Superman would likely recognize the pain and loneliness hidden deep within Jiren. He would not merely fight Jiren's body, he would fight his heart. Superman, who always believes in redemption, would attempt to approach Jiren not as an enemy, but as a wounded soul in need of healing. Superman's words and genuine compassion could shake the foundation of Jiren's power, which is built upon solitude. On the other hand, if Superman fails to reach Jiren emotionally, or if Jiren interprets that compassion as an insult, Jiren's rage could erupt to an unprecedented level, making the battle even more devastating. Even with the power of thousands of suns and an indomitable will, Superman, the Man of Steel, remains a warrior whose strength fluctuates according to circumstances and external sources of energy. His power reaches its greatest heights during moments of ultimate hope or survival, allowing him to defeat cosmic entities. Superman's victories often come from surpassing his own limits at critical moments, explosive surges of power fueled by love and the desire to protect others. However, Jiren is not a mindless force of destruction like World Forger or Mandrake. He is a disciplined warrior with a clear objective. His pride may grant Superman valuable time, but once Jiren recognizes the true threat posed by Superman's limitless potential, he will not hesitate to unleash his full power. In a confrontation where Jiren fights with the intention to eliminate his opponent from the very beginning, his overwhelming and consistent power would likely be too much for Superman to withstand before he has the opportunity to fully adapt. Superman would probably endure longer than any of Jiren's previous opponents, but in the end, Jiren would break through the Man of Steel. For these reasons, in a battle without outside interference, Jiren the Grey holds the decisive advantage and ultimately emerges victorious. And that is our analysis of the battle between the Man of Steel and the Grey Warrior. Let us know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoy epic matchups between legendary cultural icons like these, do not forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications so you do not miss any future cosmic battles. And remember to keep following us. Thank you for watching, and we will see you again in the next Legendary Showdown.